Good day. Welcome to Homesteading Time and Time. Today we're in the candy shop, and I got my heat tape,
Let's see.
my plastic pipe. I'm going to get this all strung up, wired up, and hooked up, and tape it to that pipe. Then we're gonna, I'm going to run into the basement, push a heat tape or fish line through the pipe there. And then hopefully tie it to the fishing line, pull it back down into the basement, and then we'll just trim off the pipe. Then we'll have our water line done. Our pipe is buried only about 1.5 feet in the ground. So this is continuous heat tape. I can cut it to any length. We measured it. I pushed the tape through, and we pulled a measuring tape, so I knew how much it was. So it worked out to 34 feet. Actually, it was 33, and so I got an extra foot because just in case. So I'm hoping it's long enough. And yeah, so it's hot here. So I'm gonna do this. This time I'm gonna read the instructions. Not the sink. So that was my fault. I've installed a lot of sinks, and I just thought I could get away with something, and lo and behold, I was wrong. Okay, so
That was the fastest reading of instructions I ever saw.
well, I kind of pre-read the instructions. So it just said this is. You said cut the clean, so yeah. See, that's what they say. They just said cut the end clean. Pull that back about 1 inch. Just gotta take this up. What I'm going to do, I'm taping this up so it doesn't move. I'm going to tape this up directly to the pipe because I'm scared, because I'm pulling all this through 1.5 inch pipe, and with this big nub on here, when I go down in the basement, I'll push this nub on there to seal it when I'm down in the basement. But this just gets pushed on. Now I got that taped up, and that'll push right on like so. But since I'm putting it on that pipe, I can't. I'm scared that with this in the pipe, I got a connector that I don't think it might not go through. So now, one more thing. I could probably pre-tape this.
So you need my help.
So
Do you want me to hold it?
I'm gonna just leave about 1 foot there.
Do you want me to hold it, Greg?
Just say I'm gonna just tape this to this. This tape is just so I'll cut it off later. This is just when it goes through the pipe.
What's that?
This is the plug-in here that attaches.
So what's different about this than heat tape?
Heat tape, your other heat tape is, you got a thermostat on it, so it turns on, turns off. So in this application, I ran it in a normal situation, if you have the thermostat where it's warm and it's actually not in a cold spot, the heat tape won't turn on. So it makes it not so.
Makes it not so.
Yeah, because then if your element or your thermostat is in someplace warm, it won't. You'll get a false reading. So in that case, as your element is not heated up, if it's a warm, it'll never trigger your element to come on. So you'll freeze up your pipes, not thinking everything is going to be okay. Then you freeze up your pipes just because the element isn't on.
Can't see shit.
There.
So this way our pipe is going to run continuous.
It'll run continuous heat.
And what is it, 10 Celsius or something?
Yeah, it runs about 10 degrees Celsius, so which is about
20.
So I don't even know what that is in Fahrenheit.
No problem. Or Celsius.
So yeah, so out here in metric and okay, Celsius, water freezes at 0, so it's plus 10. So whatever that is, so that would be about 20 degrees.
Is that what I just said? You should put that between your legs too. There you go. I got the thing. So that cord's staying in the shack, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, now that's done.
Good. So we just need to scoop this out in the shack. We're waiting for the pipe to come up. He's in the basement. He's got a fish wire going through their line. There we go. Got it! Got it! Sorry for your ears. You can't. Do you want me to hold it? Now what?
Okay, I'm gonna put this in the pipe.
It's your fish line.
Yeah.
Do you need me to hold that glue? Here. Gotcha. Now I understand your mad genius. Yeah, because there's just no room.
Okay, the reason I did this with the wire, because if it's a hard pull and I just tape the fish line to it, if it pulls out, that means I got to pull everything back out again to retape it. And doing electrical, I've had enough of these come undone in long runs, and yeah, it's not a fun thing to have happen. So there we go. So now I'm going to run in the basement. Bernie is going to feed this down there, and
We don't need, it's good, we're good.
run in the basement.
Okay. Are you gonna yell?
You can't use your phone and that at the same time, can you?
You can yell, I can hear you.
From in the basement?
Yep. As long as you're loud, and you usually are. Oh.
Okay.
You're
Before I
back.
forget,
Yep.
I want that about that far above the pipe.
Okay.
So when you pull in, I want about that much sticking out.
Okay.
Well, there you go. We had an easy pull. It took us what, about a minute and a half?
Yeah.
So we pulled 34 feet. That lady must have gave me about 1.5 feet extra. That's okay. That's good. I'll leave it the way it is. I'll leave it a little longer and taped. So yeah, it's pulled in. Our water line's coming up. I got it inside. So now I'm just gonna cut that off once I find one of my big knives. Oh, I have a little issue here.
What happened?
Okay, maybe I'll just turn it this way.
Oh, because you can't see it?
Yeah, I can't see it. I'm just gonna, if I can find the end of the tape, I can feel it, but I can't see it. Ah, there we go.
What do you do? Oh.
Do you want to give me that roll of tape?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna re-tape all that. Just should just
Knock, knock.
oh, there we go.
So I presume that has a light on it that indicates it's on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna re-tape this here.
Just for interest, Canadian dollars, I think this was about $125.
Yeah.
The tape, the heat tape. Or the heat cable.
It was it was $122 and plus. It all worked out with the attachment thing. That was I think it worked out to $154 Canadian. So I'm just gonna plug it in. There we go. That's indicating it's on.
Okay, just a sec.
Just feeling, see if it warms up.
It's probably take a while.
Yeah. Yeah, this stuff is 10 watts per foot, so I got 34, so it's 340 watts.
And again, it'll keep it at a steady 10 Celsius.
Yeah, so there we go. It's plugged in. Well, I don't need it now.
We don't need it plugged in, no.
But so once we get our first snowfall,
We'll plug her in.
we'll plug her in. And okay, I'm gonna just cut this long.
Oh, okay. How? Don't we need that to? Oh no, you hook up other stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Where's your hand? Oh.
we have a cutter for it.
Is it in here? Probably, no.
It's in that one room with that.
Here. Oh, you cut it.
Yeah.
Okay. Almost there. Ouch. Okay, so talk while you're doing.
So this just pops right in there. It's done. So this valve is going to be sitting. Okay, wait a minute. Gotta think now. See, and this thing slips over the pipe. What the heck? There we go. You got to push and turn at the same time, so. I like these because you can swivel them, but once they're on there, and the beauty of these ones, the 1/2 inch, these will slip right onto 1/2 inch copper pipe. So basically, yeah, it's perfect. And I got one in the basement doing the same thing. The only difference is I'm taking a T and a bunch of this line. So I got a T, then I'm going to cut about a 1 foot piece, then I'm going to have my valve to shut off, and then it's going to run, and I'm going to have a 90 before it heads into here. So there's only a few joints. But yeah, and that's how these go together. And these are expensive, but if you're doing a lot of stuff where it's temporary, these are the cat's ass. Or I should say the cat's meow.
So it's temporary?
No. I mean, if you're using permanent or temporary.
Oh, okay.
This line also is good for air. So if you're doing a shop with air, I think it's good for 150 psi. There's different pressures. Some of these, I should say on here, 100 psi. But I was using some stuff that is 150, so it's good for, like, if you're having a shop, you need airline.
Yep.
The slickest airline you can run, because
Okay.
you can get all the threaded pieces too.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
good to go.
All right.
So until next time, just remember, if you have chores to do, just give her, eh? And I'm gonna head her into the house and finish up some of my stuff. So I gotta put that little end on. I don't know where I left it now. I lost it. Oh, found it. It's been a long, hot couple of days. So yeah, so now we're done for a little bit here. I got to do some plumbing, and I found out yesterday that my thing for the bottom sink is broken. So now I got to buy some new stuff. I'm gonna head her. You have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.